What happened to Madeleine McCann? Suspect Christian Brueckner. He was hiding girl in the basement. In our last episode of What Happened to Madeleine McCann, we dived into the past and talked about the nanny and what really happened the night Madeleine disappeared. Today, I want to talk to you about Christian Brueckner, more specifically his friend, Michael Dotzkel. A close friend and former cellmate of Madeleine McCann's suspect, declared he knows Christian Brueckner did it. Michael lived with the suspect in a farmhouse near the Portuguese resort of Praia da Luz, at the time of Madeleine's disappearance. He described Brueckner as a pervert who is capable of kidnapping a child. Christian Brueckner always bragged to Michael about ways of making loads of money by drug trafficking and selling children in Morocco. He also thinks that Michael sold Madeleine to an individual, possibly a sex ring. The friends spent 8 months in prison after they were caught stealing 320 liters of diesel from lorries in Portugal. They were both released in December 2006, a few months before Madeleine's disappearance. Mr. Dotzkel, 46, said that when he watched the Netflix documentary about the disappearance of Madeleine, knew immediately Christian was guilty. When the female tourist talked about the man showing up at her door where the child was playing, Michael knew for sure it was Christian. The woman went on to describe the man as a creepy guy with blonde hair and acne, which pretty much fits Brueckner's description. However, I'm not so convinced. Also, I am getting more confused than ever before. The former Portuguese police officer, Goncalo Amaral, wrote a controversial book in 2008, where he claimed Madeleine's parents had covered up their daughter's accidental death in their Algarve apartment. He also accused them of abandoning their children to eat out at night. He also mentioned Madeleine was heard crying the night before she vanished. Mr. Goncalo claims Christian Brueckner is the scapegoat and almost a perfect suspect. He would be the perfect suspect if he would be dead. In 2009, Kate and Jerry launched legal action against Amaral's book, claiming it was unfounded and grossly defamatory. They later have been awarded £450,000 in damages by a Portuguese court, but the decision was later overturned. Even the court was not convinced the book was unfounded. Christian Brueckner, who has been named the only suspect in Madeleine's case, used to laugh whenever friends joked with him about hiding Madeleine in his cellar. A friend came forward saying Brueckner used to mock the German police when they approached him for an interview. He told me, "They asked me a load of questions and I answered them. Then he said, 'They've got nothing on me. They can't get me.' I don't know if it's just me, or if I am reading too much into it. But Christian never told his friends he's innocent, he only told them the police are trying to get him. What does that mean? Is he indeed the scapegoat Amaral claimed him to be, or did he really kidnap Madeleine McCann? His friends kept on joking to get the missing girl out of his wine cellar, to stop hiding her in there, but he avoided answering. He would say let's go party or simply ignore his friends. I'm surprised his friends didn't look in that wine cellar. Or why didn't Christian take them down there, in his wine cellar, to reassure them Madeleine is not down there? It's all a bit suspicious, to be honest. If I would be his friend and I knew he is interviewed by the police in regards to a missing girl, I would want to see that wine cellar. Wouldn't you? And because I mentioned about drug dealing, in the latest breaking news of Madeleine McCann disappearance, a drug dealer under the name of Julia is wanted, as this might be the break trough in this case. The drug dealer is believed to have supplied cannabis to Christian Brueckner from 2007 to 2008, after he left Portugal, where he was working an odd-man job and living in a camper van close to the resort the McCanns have been staying in. German police believe Madeleine McCann is dead and are appealing for evidence to help in the murder investigation, before bringing Brueckner to trial. At the moment, the suspect is serving jail time on drug charges and he is due to be on early release in July, having served 2/3 of his time. If indeed the court approves his early release and the police is not able to find evidence on him in Madeleine McCann case, he will be able to leave the country and possibly go in another country where the police won't be able to touch him. That's why, right now, is imperative anyone who has information on him, proof or anything which can help the police, it's paramount they contact the police straight away. As it stands, Madeleine McCann is still missing, possibly dead, and there's no suspect in the investigation. Do you think Maddie is dead? What do you think happened? Please comment below and give me your theory of what might have happened. Please check out the other episodes in this series. There's a playlist on my channel which has all the episodes of this case, named What Happened to Madeleine? Many thanks for watching.